It doesn't happen in one fight. It happens in hundreds of small moments you dismissed. The missed calls, the "I'm tired", the quick good nights. Before she cheats, a woman doesn't become cruel. She becomes neutral. That's when you should worry. Indifference is the death of connection. In this breakdown, I'll expose the 10 red flags that reveal when she's already emotionally gone, and the mindset shift that stops you from losing another woman the same way again. You didn't lose her the night she left. You lost her the moment she stopped reaching for you. That's the part no one warns you about. The slow fade, the quiet withdrawal, the way her voice softens, not out of love, but out of distance. Every man remembers the breakup date, but the breakup always started weeks before. If you're done pretending not to notice, hit like and subscribe. Then comment, "I choose awareness over denial." Because when you finally see what emotional disconnection really looks like, you stop asking why she left and start understanding when she did. Number 1, the energy shift. Before a woman cheats, the first thing she changes isn't her schedule, her phone habits, or her body. It's her energy. You feel it before you can name it. Her laughter sounds rehearsed. Her responses get shorter. The warmth that used to melt tension now feels mechanical. Something invisible has shifted, and you can sense it in the silence between her words. This isn't random. Women don't detach overnight. They recalibrate emotionally. They mirror the tone, rhythm, and energy of the man they're with. When admiration fades, connection erodes, and she starts to adapt to a version of herself that no longer revolves around you. At this stage, she isn't planning betrayal, she's practicing detachment. Most men miss this because they measure love through logic. They think, she's still here, so we're fine. But emotional presence isn't physical presence. A woman can sit next to you while already leaving you in her mind. Don't chase her silence or beg for attention. That only proves her story that you've lost your center. Instead, hold your ground. Observe. Reclaim your own gravity. The moment you sense her energy shifting, stop mirroring her withdrawal. Stay still in your strength. When you do that, you change the script. You stop being the man she's drifting from and become the one she suddenly can't ignore. Number 2, the digital wall. Her phone used to be just another object in the room. Now, it's sacred. She angles the screen away, types faster when you walk by, laughs at something but won't tell you why. You catch glimpses of notifications, half smiles, and secret chuckles. And every time you ask, she says, "It's nothing." It's not nothing. When a woman begins to emotionally detach, she builds walls where connection used to live. The easiest wall to construct today is digital. A private device becomes her safe zone, a place where she can exist without your gaze, your expectations, or your presence. And if she's feeling guilt or emptiness, secrecy becomes the illusion of control. Most men confuse privacy with trust. But in reality, secrecy is distance dressed as independence. The more she guards her phone, the less she's sharing herself. What she's protecting isn't her messages. It's the emotional narrative she's rewriting without you in it. Don't react with accusations. Don't grab the phone or demand proof. That response feeds the story that you're insecure, not intuitive. Instead, lean back, observe. A confident man doesn't chase what's hiding. He studies the silence until it speaks. When she realizes that your calm doesn't break under mystery, the power shifts. The wall she built to keep you out starts reminding her what she's missing inside. Number 3, busy becomes her excuse. Suddenly, she's always busy. Long work hours, late meetings, new projects, me time. She's too tired to talk, too drained to meet, too occupied to connect. The same woman who once flooded your phone with messages now treats every interaction like an obligation. This isn't about workload, it's about emotional bandwidth. When a woman begins to disconnect, She fills the space between you with noise. Work, friends, self-care, anything that helps her avoid the silence where truth lives. Busyness becomes her shield. It lets her pretend she's not withdrawing. It lets her rationalize why she no longer has time for you. Most men respond by chasing harder. They send more texts, make more plans, demand more time, trying to reclaim what's slipping away. But that desperation only confirms her decision to detach. The more you chase, the faster she runs. Understand this. Emotional withdrawal is a rehearsal for separation. She's testing how the world feels without you in it. And every time you accept her too busy without confronting the truth behind it, you're quietly agreeing to your own replacement. Don't beg for space in her schedule. Fill your own. Reclaim your time, your purpose, your focus. When she sees you moving with clarity instead of confusion, she'll realize the distance she built doesn't make her freer. It makes her forgettable. Number 4, the glow-up that isn't for you. She starts to change again. Her style, her hair, her skin routine. Suddenly, she's going to the gym, posting mirror selfies, wearing perfume even when she's not seeing you. At first, you feel proud. She's glowing, confident, radiant. But deep down, something doesn't sit right. Because while she's shining brighter, her light isn't directed at you anymore. When a woman reinvents her image, it's rarely random. Physical transformation often follows emotional disconnection. It's her way of preparing for a new version of herself, the version that doesn't revolve around the relationship. That's why her glow-up feels different this time. It's not a shared renewal, it's a silent farewell. Most men mistake this for self-care. They think, she's just taking care of herself again. But true self-care includes the person you love. It invites, not excludes. When she starts hiding her preparation, guarding her reflection, it's not about beauty, it's about freedom. Don't attack or question her change. Observation is your power. Pay attention to what she no longer shares. Compliment her, yes, but note who her attention feeds. If her evolution doesn't include you, she's already rewriting her emotional audience. Every woman glows before she goes. The glow-up isn't betrayal, it's transition. The question is, will you notice the exit sign while it's still lit? Number 5, the comparison trap. She starts dropping names. A coworker who's so driven. A friend's husband who treats her like a queen. A random guy who just gets it. Each mention feels harmless, but it lands like a splinter. Small, sharp, and impossible to ignore. When a woman begins to compare you to other men, it's not about those men. It's about emotional hunger. Comparison is projection. She's revealing what she craves but no longer receives. Admiration, excitement, direction. She's searching for traits you once had but stopped showing. Most men respond defensively. They argue, compete, or dismiss it. But here's the truth. The moment you start debating her comparisons, you've already stepped into the frame she built. You're proving her point by reacting instead of leading. What she's really testing is your presence. She wants to feel the same magnetism she felt when you were unpredictable, focused, ambitious. Not the man who got comfortable in routine, but the man she once had to chase to keep up with. Don't fight the ghost of another man. Outgrow it. Elevate. Become so immersed in your mission that comparison becomes irrelevant. Attraction lives where admiration thrives, and admiration returns to the man who never stops evolving. But number 6, the roommate. Phase. You still live together, still share meals, still talk, but it feels different. Conversations are logistical. Bills, errands, plans. You coexist instead of connect. There's no teasing, no spark, no tension, just routine wrapped in silence. She doesn't look at you the same way, and when she does, it's with the calm of someone who's already accepted the end. This is the most dangerous phase because it feels safe. Many men mistake it for stability, believing peace means everything is fine. But peace without passion is emotional flatline. When romantic polarity dies, attraction follows, and she starts craving energy elsewhere. The thrill of being seen, touched, desired again. Women don't leave when things get bad. They leave when things go numb. That's why this phase is so deceptive. It doesn't feel like a fight. It feels like fading. You stop reaching for her. She stops reaching back. Both of you become ghosts, haunting the same space. Don't try to fix it with surface gestures. Flowers won't resuscitate chemistry. What reignites polarity is energy, flirting, mystery, tension. The version of you that teased her, challenged her, made her feel alive. Bring that man back. If you stay predictable, she'll keep sleeping next to you while dreaming of someone unpredictable. And one day, that dream will answer her back. 7. She stops feeling desired. At first, she dressed up for you. Now she stops trying, not because she doesn't care, but because she doesn't feel seen. Her touch becomes mechanical, her voice less playful. She no longer seeks your approval because somewhere along the way, she stopped believing she could get it. Female desire doesn't vanish, it withers when ignored. A woman's confidence feeds on being wanted by the man she admires. When that attention fades, resentment grows in its place. She doesn't crave compliments. She craves confirmation that she still matters in your eyes. And when she doesn't get it, she starts rehearsing what it feels like to be adored by someone else. Most men confuse loyalty with attraction. They think commitment replaces desire. It doesn't. Love is maintenance. Attraction is momentum. When you stop feeding one, the other starves. If she's stopped feeling desired, it's not about sex, it's about significance. She wants to feel chosen again. The kind of woman she becomes when she feels wanted is completely different from the one who feels invisible. Don't wait until she's gone to make her feel seen. Tell her she's stunning when she least expects it. Look at her like you did the first time, because the moment a woman realizes she's no longer the reason you look twice, she'll start wondering who will. 8. The constant conflict. She starts arguing over details that never used to matter. Your tone, the way you breathe, the dishes, the toothpaste cap. You find yourself in daily debates that feel like traps. No matter what you say, she's already decided you're wrong. When a woman begins picking fights out of nowhere, she isn't seeking resolution. She's seeking validation for her own withdrawal. Conflict becomes her excuse. By magnifying your flaws, she builds a moral case for her emotional exit. In her mind, if she can prove you're the problem, she can quiet the guilt of what she's about to do. Most men react the same way. They defend, argue, fight back. But the moment you engage in emotional chaos, you lose control of the frame. You become reactive instead of grounded, and that reaction justifies her detachment even more. Understand this. Her anger isn't the problem. Her indifference is. Anger means she still cares enough to fight. But once her tone turns calm, cold and factual, that's when she's already gone. When conflict becomes constant, stop matching her volume. Match her silence, with composure, not distance. Stay observant. Stay steady. Because when she realizes she can't pull you into emotional chaos, her manipulation loses oxygen. In relationships, control doesn't belong to the loudest voice. It belongs to the calmest one. Number 9, the guilt kindness. She starts being sweet again. Out of nowhere, she's gentle, attentive, affectionate. She compliments you, cooks your favorite meal, sends a soft message in the middle of the day. For a moment, you think things are getting better. But the truth is, you're not seeing healing. You're seeing guilt. When a woman crosses a moral line in her mind, whether through emotional betrayal or physical temptation, her subconscious seeks balance. Guilt doesn't always show up as coldness. Sometimes it hides behind warmth. She overcompensates with kindness to convince both of you that nothing's wrong. It's not deception, it's denial. Most men mistake this phase for reconnection. They relax thinking, she's coming back to me. But love that returns suddenly and intensely after conflict rarely comes from affection. It comes from fear, the fear of being discovered, the fear of what she's becoming. Observe the timing. Genuine affection grows slowly. Guilt arrives suddenly. When her gestures appear without emotional context, after tension, distance, or unexplained quiet, that's not romance. It's remorse wearing perfume. Don't confront her yet. Just watch. True love is consistent. Guilt is dramatic. Let her own pattern reveal itself. The more predictable her sweet moments become, the more clearly you'll see the truth she's trying to hide. Clarity doesn't always come from what people say. It comes from noticing when their kindness feels like an apology. 10. The gut feeling. You can't explain it, but you feel it. Something's off. The conversations sound right, but the energy doesn't match. She says she's fine, yet her eyes don't hold you the way they used to. The silence between her words feels heavier than anything she's actually saying. That feeling isn't paranoia, it's data. The body recognizes patterns the mind refuses to see. When emotional energy shifts, your instincts sense it before logic catches up. But most men ignore it because they've been conditioned to dismiss intuition as insecurity. They gaslight themselves into silence, saying, "I'm just overthinking." Here's the truth. Your gut isn't lying to you, it's protecting you. It's the last warning before emotional impact. The difference between an insecure man and an intuitive one is how he responds to that signal. Insecurity reacts. Intuition observes. When something feels off, don't accuse, don't investigate, and don't spiral. Just step back and watch the alignment between her words and her behavior. People can fake affection, but they can't fake consistency. If your gut is uneasy, trust it, but not to expose her. Trust it to center yourself. Awareness is your leverage. Desperation is your downfall. The moment you stop trying to prove what you feel and simply stand in it, you become untouchable. Intuition doesn't demand proof, it becomes it. The 6 moves that stop her from crossing the line. You can't control what a woman does, but you can control the environment that makes betrayal unnecessary. These 6 moves aren't about manipulation, they're about mastery. When you live by them, you don't have to guard her loyalty. She guards it for you. First, feed her emotionally. Most men stop courting after they win the girl, but women don't fall for words. They fall for how you make them feel. Attention isn't weakness, it's currency. Make her feel seen, not managed. When she feels emotionally full, temptation loses its taste. Second, stay physically desirable. Attraction is energy, not genetics. The way you move, dress, and take care of yourself reminds her she's with a man of discipline. Desire is visual first, emotional second. Don't let comfort dull your edge. Third, lead with confidence, not control. The more you trust yourself, the less you need to police her. Control smells like fear. Confidence smells like freedom. A woman doesn't crave permission, she craves direction. Be the calm in her chaos, not the cage. Fourth, keep intimacy alive. Intimacy isn't just sex, it's playfulness, flirting, tension. It's the small glances that say, "You still excite me." The moment you treat affection like a routine, she starts seeking spark elsewhere. Fifth, stay on your mission. A man with purpose is magnetic. When you chase goals bigger than the relationship, she respects you more. Respect sustains desire. Routine kills it. Let your ambition remind her why she chose you in the first place. Sixth, communicate early. Distance grows in silence. Ask, listen, and talk before resentment takes root. Communication isn't about fixing, it's about understanding. When she feels heard, she doesn't need to escape to feel free. Master these 6 moves and you stop reacting to her behavior. You start shaping the atmosphere she never wants to leave. That's not control, that's leadership. A woman doesn't cheat out of nowhere. She detaches, disconnects, and then replaces what she's already lost. By the time the act happens, the relationship has already died in silence. The real betrayal begins long before the moment of impact. It begins the second her heart stops recognizing you as her anchor. The 10 signs you've just heard aren't warnings to fear. They're patterns to understand. Most men wait until they see evidence. The wise man reads energy. The stronger man adjusts before the damage begins. Because once a woman starts fading, logic won't bring her back. Leadership might. This isn't about catching her. It's about catching yourself. Every distance she creates is a reflection of the energy she's responding to. When you stop leading with presence, she starts searching for polarity somewhere else. And if you can't hold your frame when she drifts, she learns that you're replaceable. But when you understand the psychology beneath her behavior, everything changes. You stop chasing her moods and start mastering your own. You stop begging for loyalty and start commanding respect. You stop fearing loss and start radiating the kind of stability no woman wants to risk losing. The truth is, you can't stop a woman from cheating, but you can become the man she would never dare to betray. That's what real power feels like: quiet, certain, and earned. If this opened your eyes, share it. Subscribe for more psychological breakdowns, because every man deserves to understand the game before he plays it. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and remember, awareness isn't paranoia, it's protection.